Benatar. That was great. Love Pat Benatar. What a song to start out this live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. A. Thank you for popping in. We are doing part 3 of the Wells interview with the Hatfield and McCoy Museum Adventures. Now, okay, y'all, are you ready for this? I'm a commentating channel and I give my opinion. My opinion may not be the opinions of others. I am absolutely okay with that. Just don't be arguing about it, okay? For real. Please dress up your words in chat, and also don't be fighting in chat. You hear? You're always ready, Miss Justice. Miss Justice is always ready. Now we can go into the Hatfield and McCoy people, Fred and Sheila, I think her name is. They spent wait a minute, and I'll tell you. They spent a lot of time at the beginning of this live justifying their actions. And look, I am not here to show their contradictions in what they're saying. I always say that that is for other people. If you hear someone in the background, my son is doing, you know, he's on a game with his friends or something. So they are, you know, very verbal when they play their games or whatever. Hey, Carrie, thank you for coming, darling. Okay, so I am not going to spend 35 minutes listening to them. Well, wait. Hold on, I got to get through a commercial. They did encourage people to share this. I'm sure they did. I could give my opinion on them and going to 110 or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. You can feel any way you want to. You can feel that, you know, they were being shady if you want to. That is absolutely fine with me. And honestly, what I feel like I learned in the first 2 interviews was Don's still blaming CPS and Candace is still upset over YouTubers. Now, because the part 3 interview, actual interview with them is very short, I am going to go ahead and play it and commentate on it. I was going to pick out some, you know, little bits and pieces of it, but there's just something really weird about a dollar amount, right? A dollar amount that Don keeps freaking talking about. And it's a specific dollar amount, right? Okay, so what we learned from part 1 and 2 is CPS are horrible people. In Don's opinion, they absolutely take children. I am not here to say that what Don is saying is not factual, okay? It's not factual. A lot of people find that to be conspiracy theories. Hey, I don't know, okay? I don't know. But let's go ahead and get into it. We already discussed whether they knew they were being recorded or not. And depending on how quickly we get through this initial interview part 3, I may go back and kind of play what the Hatfield McCoy people stated on, you know, how things kind of went down. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Okay. As in, if I remember correctly, he spoke about Dawn inviting him up to the hill. I could be wrong. We'll go back and listen here in a minute, but let's get through this first. Okay. As I said, please dress your cursing words up. Carrie works for free. Show her some love. Show Mr. A some love, but watch out. Watch out on that. I'm just saying. Boys about money or just there. I am not going to be talking about people making money. I don't care how they make money. I'm running ads on this right now, aren't I? Am I running ads on this right now? I probably am. Walking up to, yeah, we'll go over that again, Nicole. We'll go over that again. Let's get through this part first. Oh, wait, I got to unmute it. Unmute.
It's okay. Listen, Donnie.
No, it's not okay.
It's been great. It's
y'all.
been a great visit with you.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave the pop. I'm going to take the bracelet.
No, I want y'all to take
I don't want to take your pop. That's okay.
I have plenty.
Take the freaking pop. Holy moly. Somebody said he had diabetes, so he can't drink the pop anyway. Why didn't he just tell her the truth about that? Why act like taking the pop is a big deal?
Life before CPR.
Okay. No videos of it. Okay. Well, dear, there's really.
I mean,
I'll give you a couple, but
Okay.
She doesn't want you to see.
Okay, you take your time.
She'll pick the ones.
Take.
hold on a minute.
And this is one thing that I loved is showing the pictures of summer. These pictures are beautiful, you guys. Whether you believe it or not, Candace took a lot of pictures of her and the kids doing things with the kids. The person that you do not see in these pictures is who? Mr. Don Wells, right? Also, don't forget, Don says that he worked all the time. Don also made a comment that Summer didn't want anything to do with Candace her first 18 months of life. Candace was doing things with the kids to kind of win Summer over. Now, this is a thing that always kind of, stood out in the back of my mind was who actually took care of Summer those first 18 months of life. If Dawn was working and Dawn was going and doing whatever, right? Lisa, I'm the one who pointed that out, but thanks for reminding us. Appreciate it.
Take your time.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all good, guys. Listen, this ain't something that's easy for you all, I'm sure.
Oh, it's been a nightmare.
I'm sure.
A living nightmare.
There's nobody can.
It's none of my business where Don Wells is working right now. But they're doing some work to the property. I wonder what's financing that right now. Thank you, Carrie Lawson. Yes, Summer's information is on my banner. Please, if you have any relevant information, call the proper authorities.
And that's one
criticize
of the
you.
things. It was so bad up here.
What's that
The
old saying?
Police presence. I mean, half the country police force was here, descended here. And I went, took my Subaru down. I was going to go somewhere.
I took my Subaru down. I was going to go somewhere. Where were you going, Don? Right? Thought that it would have been Grandis or maybe even Pam during those 18 months because I thought someone said that Pam was still around. I don't know, Genevieve. I did not pay attention to anything or anybody that were talking about Pam Wells. Okay, not at all. And allegedly, she is not alive anymore, and there's no obituary. So take that however you want to take it.
And I got traffic was backed up all the way out both ends of Beach Creek. You couldn't even leave here. You couldn't go nowhere for days.
Where'd you want to go?
So
Where did you want to go? Inquiring minds want to know. Right? You made it to Fred's. Why didn't Don tell them about his criminal past? Well, because, Miss Justice, Don's criminal past, like Sheriff Lawson said, they didn't believe it had anything to do with Summer going missing. Now, after, individuals researching and putting out that information, that had people seeing Don's criminal background in a different light. That's the only thing I can kind of, take from that.
people searching everywhere.
You think if she was around here, they would have found?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
That's what we.
Yeah, she was definitely taken in a car. When the search dogs got here,
Going on, Pope.
we give them some of her clothes,
Yeah.
the dirty laundry.
They gave clothes for the scent dogs out of the dirty laundry. The thing about that, and look, we talked about the search dogs and everything else, right? The only thing about that is Summer's dirty clothes being in with the boys' dirty clothes, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And they went straight down the dog trail to the road down there. And then,
you know what? And Jody will admit this or not admit it, but I remember her stating that she was the one that told Dawn about the dog trail and the scent leading down the dog trail to the road. It is out there. I ain't gonna go look for it. Believe me or don't believe me. It's kind of irrelevant, right?
the dog lost her scent on that road down there.
Wow.
Because her scent ended at the road, Lisa. If a scent ends on a road, your first assumption is going to be that someone put her in a car and drove away with her. Now, the interesting thing about that, if you want to go back and look, Dawn came out and said her. So he insinuated that it was a female. Then he said that, he said they put her in a car, probably drove far away, or no, he made it sound like, I'll have to go back. I don't want to take it out of context. So I'll have to go back and find that so you guys can hear exactly what he said.
How long?
So somebody picked her up in the car, you're
Yes,
thinking?
absolutely.
Or that's what I would think.
Oh yeah. If she wandered off by herself, the dogs would have found her.
I agree 1,000%. I do believe that if Summer wandered off that at least one or two of the dogs from up on that hill would have followed her, right? I truly believe that. I was going to say something else. Give me a minute. It'll come back to me.
They would have picked up her scent and found her.
How long do you think she was missing?
Leonardo da
Hold on. Commercial. Commercial. And I am not here to dog on the Hatfield and McCoys at all. I mean, but let me get through the commercial. Link is in the description for this channel.
You noticed she was missing.
Well, Candace helped her mom put her knee brace on.
That didn't answer. How long was it before you noticed Summer was missing? Candace is not answering this. Dawn is. Okay? And that's one thing that I think a lot of us were like, Dawn, you were not there, allegedly. So how can you honestly tell the tale, right? For sure. I don't know, Lisa. Not at all. You were friends with them. Ask Candace. You wouldn't. She'll answer you, I'm sure.
And then come in the house, and like, where's Summer? Well, she went downstairs. Well, she's hollered for her, and she's nowhere.
Okay.
She was gone.
And the police
Somebody
talk.
come up here and led her by the hand down the dog trail. According to the search dog, it
Okay.
went straight down the dog trail.
And the
According to the search dog, I guess dogs can talk, right? What's up, RJ?
police talked to the three boys, I'm sure.
Yes.
And they told them the same thing.
Yeah, and that's when they started brainwashing them.
Yeah.
That is when they start brainwashing them.
That's what-
But the boys told them that Summer come up, wanted to go downstairs and play. She went downstairs and played, and that's the last time they saw her.
I believe the Hatfield and McCoy people, this is just my opinion. I think that they should have researched at least what law enforcement said. But, you know, that's just my opinion. So, well, good. I'm glad he told Doug that, because guess what, Lisa? Doug lost his channel. So you ain't gonna go back and find that, are you? Unless somebody clipped it.
Yeah, it was.
He acted like he didn't see Grandma. Chris McDonough asked Dawn, what was Grandma doing? I don't know. I guess she was out there talking to the cops, right?
To the last one.
Is that right, Candace?
Yeah.
I see you shaking your head. Correct me if I'm wrong, dear. If I say something that's not,
Pictures, or you can share with them.
she's
'Cause I
probably.
want people to see.
She what was, how? Was she shaking her head yes, or was she shaking her head no? Or was she just shaking her head? Hey, Rosie. Yeah, Don wasn't there, but he said the dog knows. That's what I was getting to, Genevieve. The dogs were talking. Huh.
Live before
She's
this-
probably reminiscing over there.
Yeah.
Each one of our kids had a motorcycle. Well, I'm not
Wow.
sure. Each one of the boys had a motorcycle.
Yeah, sounds like
Yeah,
me.
That's cool.
The littlest one had a.
What? Okay, why are you pointing that out? I don't know.
Is it okay if I put these on camera, Candace?
They've already been out there, so it don't matter.
Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, look how sweet. No wonder you're.
Now, Candace got.
Look at that. Look how beautiful. That right there, for people who don't understand, is the reason that people want to keep her name out there. This little girl is missing.
Got to take her everywhere.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Oh,
I
look at
worked all the
that.
time, but she got to take them out all the time.
Bless her.
We're just as happy as can be.
Also, I totally agree with what Don Wells said when he stated that Candace was putting a lot of pictures of, her family on Facebook and TikTok and things like that. And could it have been someone that seen her? It could have. But think about this. Who would have known? Who would have known what Candace was doing that day? Who would have known to watch that day for a possibility to get a hold of Summer? A thing that bothered me a lot, and it still bothers me, is the fact Dawn repeatedly kept saying that he knew something was going to happen on Candace's watch. Guess who knew where Candace was that day? Guess who knew about that day? Right? Dawn did.
We had to cut her hair off. And she whacked it off at one time.
Kids will do that when they're young like that.
And you know why we had to whack our heads off? Because the boys come home from school with lies.
Yeah.
Okay, so Candace is saying the boys came home from school with lice. Look, and I think a lot of people will agree with me. Her having her head shaved due to lice is not a big deal. That is something that parents go through when they have school-age children. It's the fact that in the first interviews that Dawn and Candace did, they mentioned 4 different freaking things on why Summer had her head shaved, right? Hunter knew he was with them all day. That is a good point, Stephanie. Yes, Hunter also absolutely knew where they were, right? But then you have to ask the question, did Hunter know when they left him at home that they were going straight home? Did he know of their actions after they dropped him off that day? I mean, it's just a question, but I agree, Stephanie. Thank you.
When he
Well,
said
no,
that,
that's-
I kind
we
of, with
kinda
Sheila
figured
working,
it.
Sheila's a retired school teacher, and
Lord.
I kind of figured
Just got lies.
we've done that ourselves, hon. There's nobody out there that's
Oh, look.
That's the only reason why her head was
No.
shaved and my head was shaved.
Oh, I love
But why didn't you just come out and say that? That is what made you all look bad. That is what made you look bad in one aspect. It's not, we don't consider that a big deal. But by making up shit, that made people question your authenticity, right?
that
Robin
one.
took that one to church.
Oh, Lord, look at that.
guys. Y'all got to be broken. No wonder.
I was holding
Is that
her.
you?
Is that?
Yeah. She was screaming so loud I had piercing my ears.
Look at that. Well, she got pretty eyes.
She does. Beautiful.
Daddy's eyes.
See, I think when DC was up here, they just
Dawn, I am super proud of you because you said she does. You didn't say she did. You said she does. That's an improvement, right? Well, I know, but look, sometimes that happens with lice. You got to take every ounce of hair off to, try to help the situation. And that's a good example, Cuntsy, that you would say that, because even if Candace would have came out at the very beginning and said Summer had lice, that's why we had to shave her head, people would have seen a problem with that. Oh, they cut it too short. Oh, they could have used lice treatment. Oh, I mean, everybody's got their own opinions on that, right? Dawn, dumb enough to let strangers go up there, while Candace seemed to be aggravated about. Okay.
Fell in love with her, and they just had to have
Yeah.
her.
She's
Big
a beautiful
money.
kid.
That's
Beautiful child.
$60,000.
60. He knows. He just said that looking at Summer's picture, that's $60,000. I ain't never looked at Summer's picture and in my mind went, oh, wow, there's $60,000, right? That's interesting to me. It may not be interesting to anybody else, but
She's beautiful.
That's a big $60,000 money sign to them bastards.
Bless her.
Great pictures. Great pictures,
that is a big $60,000 money sign.
Look at
Candace.
that.
You and her with your tongue sticking out.
Oh, how old was she there?
Oh no, I have to look at it.
She's sitting there in a little red outfit, and
She loved being at the
She was
beach.
4.5.
Oh, look.
Where do you, what's your occupation?
Okay. And Dawn and Candace never hesitated to show pictures of Summer. Dawn actually, at the beginning, put out a very, very large number of pictures of Summer, right?
I do drywall.
Okay.
Oh,
I got a brother that does drywall.
What do you mean? What did you hear, Nicole? Was it different than what I heard? Because I don't know what you're talking about. She could have explained the shave hair and contact after certain people interjecting. It was after she had someone overstimulated with. Okay.
look.
That's at the school.
Yeah. Now this here probably ain't long before she was missing, right?
Right, because we was getting her enrolled in school.
Oh, wow.
She was just fixing to go to school that year.
That picture didn't even look like Summer, did it? Let me rewind that a little bit. Hold on. That picture right there. Does that look like Summer? What do you mean? Now that picture didn't even look. Is this what you were is this what you were talking about? That you had to rewind? What were you talking about? Well, if you tell me what you were talking about, then we can try to have a conversation about it. Hey, Karen with a C. That doesn't even look like Summer. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Her eyes look a different color, but I believe it does. You believe it does? Yeah, maybe it's just the, oh, I beat you to it. Well, maybe Oh, you had to rewind the part about the 60K. Yeah, he doubled down on that 60,000, didn't he? He sure did. Maybe it's the angle. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't look like her to me.
That's at the school.
Yeah. Now this here probably ain't long before she was missing, right?
Right.
What do you mean that's at the school? What was happening at the school? Summer was never in school. Thank you. Maybe it's a smile in her hair. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it could be a different angle or whatever. But Summer was never in school. Was there an activity at the school that she took Summer to, right? No, Genevieve. Well, it couldn't have been Sunday school, Tropicana, because their religion, they don't do Sundays, honey. They do Saturday. But yes, it could have been, you know, the Bible school. It absolutely could have. You're right. Everyone is correct.
Because we was getting her enrolled in school.
Oh, wow.
There. They were getting her enrolled in school. Yet, Don himself said that the schooling associated with the SDA cost a lot of money. How the fuck has that been confirmed, Genevieve? How has that been confirmed, ma'am? Who confirmed that, Genevieve? I want to know. For real. I want to know. How has that been confirmed? The only confirmation that I remember Robin did. Really? Robin did? Where did Robin confirm that? In her interview with Chris McDonough? Don said it was too expensive. He was trying to get them in to the SDA schooling, but said it was too expensive. That's exactly what I remember him saying. And I've went over the interview that Chris McDonough did with Robin. Is there another interview, Genevieve, that I didn't see? Where did she say that at? I'm just asking. I want to go back and watch it. I want to go back and watch it. Let me know so I can go check it out.
Wow.
She was just fixing to go to school that
The
year.
dentist
Okay.
office and the
That's great.
It is. I like
Yes, Candace had pictures of Summer at the dentist. She absolutely did. She put out the pictures. So, yes, I mean, going back and looking at it, we can, you know, kind of deduct that what Summer was doing in that picture probably did have to do with the church. I don't know if it's a picture of a pre-K. I don't know about that, but there were different things that Summer did with the church, activities with the church, right?
that one there too. That's a pretty one.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Millions of pictures she's taken. She got to spend good quality
I have
time.
over 80,000 pictures.
Well, she looks like a happy child.
Yeah,
80,000.
Looks like a happy child.
very happy.
It's a lot.
Over summer and all.
Let me ask you this, Donnie. I'm glad we continued our conversation. What was CPS doing here in the first place? What brought them up here?
Because somebody called and said, according to them, that we was giving
No,
the kid.
that bitch across the way.
Jody Sue Brown called them because they were on her ass over her mess up there, and she started saying stuff about us to get them off of her and put them on us.
Okay.
That's interesting, right? Now, as far as I know, Jody Sue has admitted that something was going on because she absolutely said that she was drug tested at some point and that she absolutely passed that. I remember Marlena talking something about Marlena was heavy on the did you take a lie detector test? I did, et cetera, et cetera. That's in somewhere on one of my lives where Marlena confronted Jody over here on my channel, right? Yeah, some people will do that, Carrie. They get mad at you and they will call CPS. So, what? All right, Genevieve, do whatever you're gonna do. Okay.
But I mean, do you know what the complaint was when CPS?
This is the thing about the school. It doesn't matter where Summer was going to school at. Candace showed Summer at the dentist. Candace also said that Summer was registered for school because she did it. Okay? There were other people who, I guess, verified that Summer had been enrolled to start school. It doesn't matter if it was the church school or not. I know for a fact, I heard Don Wells say that schooling through the SDA church cost a lot of money, and he really wanted his kids to go there. He really did.
Did they say?
They said that we was giving our kids loaded guns to play with.
Okay. Okay.
Trigger warning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Okay, Don has pretty much said that from the get-go, that the boys were down playing with BBs, the BB pew-pews, and somehow, CPS got involved with that. I personally, maybe I didn't pay close attention. I've never really heard them come out and blame it on Jody. So I guess the interesting question is, which it ain't none of my business, I don't know if Jody's talked about it. Why were they investigating Jody? Unless that had to do with Jody and Andy stuff, right? Other than that, I don't know. Too bad we couldn't actually. Yeah, Sandy. I mean, I don't know. We'll never see them, though. We'll never see them.
I don't know. I don't believe anything CPS says because you should know as a police officer.
Just because they're wearing a uniform or carrying a badge.
Why is there an edit there? Yes, Lisa, thank you. Yes, they blamed Allie too, right? Second week of chemo survived. Good for you, Karen. Praying for you, babe. Congratulations. I know that is very hard, Karen with a C. We're praying for you, sweetie. Why is there an edit there? I don't know.
Doesn't make them honest. I'll tell you
Right.
They
that.
don't
Right.
never tell the truth.
Well,
They
I'm
do
not going to say
lie.
that about all because I was one myself and I tried to, but
Right.
I'm
not
saying
you.
I know that, but I'm
Most
saying
of them lie.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm disheartened in our
Yeah.
police officers and law
Yes,
enforcement,
sir.
and
I
I'm
agree.
disheartened
I am too.
How much are you disheartened?
very much.
So
Check this out.
Hold on. Commercial. Commercial. Huh. So they never answered the question about Summer going missing. When did you notice Summer going missing? Dawn answers about grandma and the whatever, right? She does, kind of, doesn't she, Lisa? I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it. He said he edited bad words out. Uh-huh. Well, isn't that something?
with anything.
Oh,
Nothing at all.
you were charged, but we got it all.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Please be kind and rewind a little bit. You were charged. He's saying Candace was charged. What? Okay, hold on. Dawn. See, that's the problem with it. It's a problem, but it's not a problem because personally, I really don't feel like Dawn and Candace have to answer to anybody. When Summer went missing, they made it all about themselves, right? So Candace, just in my opinion, should have came out and spoke for herself, because the longer she waited and all the chaotic mess and, you know, a lot of her so-called friends who were, befriended her, they were taping her, they were putting it out on YouTube. It was a big game, right? And I just feel like Dawn taking the lead and everything, says a lot, right? Yeah, I think so too, Sage. I think you're right. As far as I know, neither one of them were charged. From my understanding.
Myself and I tried to, but
Right.
I'm saying
not saying you.
I know that, but I'm
Most
saying
of them lie.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm disheartened in our
Yeah.
police officers and law
Yes,
enforcement,
sir.
and
I
I'm
agree.
disheartened
I am too.
How much are you disheartened?
very much.
So I wasn't charged with anything.
Oh,
Nothing at all.
you were charged, but we got it all. They tried to charge us with a bunch of bull crap. We thought that.
Okay, so
What, Dawn? The majority of the freaking time, I told you guys. Now, I don't know who's guilty. I don't know who's innocent. But from the get-go, from jump, Dawn was throwing Candace under the bus, right? Throwing Candace under the bus, in my opinion, right? Well, that's true, Lisa. Dawn was in jail, and we seen some cray-cray crap going on with Candace and her friends, right?
Okay, so there was a charge, but then it all got dismissed.
They got
so, like,
dismissed.
Right.
Okay.
So why can't I not have my children back?
It's a good question.
I understand that. Remain Calm even asked that. Why couldn't they get the children back if it was dismissed? And in that paperwork, it stated that they were allowed to be around children. Why didn't they get the kids back? Right? And I would have to go back and look at those CPS letters. We don't even, I mean, was there a seal on it? Or anything? I don't remember, right? Still the state of the house and their substance use. Thank you for pointing that out, Miss Justice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, they did not do the CPS plan that was made for them. Thank you, who knows, for pointing that out, right? They did not follow through on their part of the deal.
Question, Adam.
We don't know that.
Well, probably because one's missing. Do you care if I ask what the other charges were?
I don't know.
No.
Don't want to put
They
that.
were bad.
Okay.
They were bad, but
Oh.
that's what they do to all parents.
Okay.
I don't think that CPS puts the same charges on every parent. I don't think that CPS investigations they're not all the same with every parent. They are all different. We cannot say absolutely what they were being investigated for. There was a paper that was put out that said that Candace was being investigated for some pretty horrific things. Okay. I personally never seen any of the paperwork. So that paperwork, befuckle shit, it didn't matter. They didn't get their kids back, right? It was just YouTube rumors, but wasn't it said? I think Candace was trying. I think that she did have some good people behind her that was trying to help her get her boys back. I cannot say why she stopped or went back to Dawn or anything like that. I cannot. At one point, Candace supposedly, allegedly, however you want to put it, was trying to buy a house in Kingsport or something. What was it? 100,000? I don't know. I can't remember the exact amount of money, but yes, Sandy, absolutely. That's what I seen anyway.
And sometimes they're successful in getting them. Look, there's 3 to 4 suicides every year in Hawkins County Jail from fathers that have no hope of ever getting out of that place, never going to see their kids again, never going to see their family again, and they commit suicide in there because there's no way out of it.
Yeah.
That's the only.
What? Did you guys ever hear that? 4 men unaliving themselves every year. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Anybody that loves a dog as much as Candace can't be all. I'd mentioned that before, Sandy, that we've absolutely heard of, and I'll say allegedly. I wasn't there to see it, but, Dawn allegedly wasn't kind to animals, right? When Chris McDonough went up there, Candace, she was showing kindness to you know, some of the animals. So
Way out. That's in Hawkins County. I estimate
Well,
3 to 4 every year.
That's just so.
And you hear Netwood?
sorry to mess up your all's evening.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're good.
We're going to get out of here because we wouldn't have done that. We were so thankful when he come out and invited us up the hill because he was so.
we were so thankful when he came out and invited us up the hill.
So friendly, and we thought, wow, this is, and then
He was so friendly. I think Dawn's the one that did something Candace knows, but just can't tell. Just my theory anyway. Hey, Miss G's. Well, we'd all like to know that, Sandy.
Yeah.
y'all have been great. You just have to watch our video and see what you think. If we do you an injustice, I'm sure you'll never talk to us again. If we don't do you an injustice and you like the way we cover things, then say, hey guys, come back. We want to go show you around.
Well, what are you trying to cover for real?
We're trying to find, they're trying to do their part. And
We're just in the area. We had to come up here on some other stuff, and we thought, well, Sheila's been crazy over this over a little
I saw her little picture.
summer. Sheila.
So, did they research the case? Did they not research the case? I mean, that's questionable. Yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter, right? And they are putting Summer's name out there. Maybe a lot of their community doesn't know about Summer's case. So, you know, I don't find anything wrong with putting Summer's name out there.
Has been crazy.
That's my daughter.
I know that. And Sheila has really, when she saw those pictures, she'd say, let's go look for Summer. Let's go look. And I'd say, babe, look at the YouTubers. Look at the people that's there. They don't want to talk to nobody.
So I want to know if you guys are fucking in.
Look at the YouTubers. And let me say this. If they were editing out cuss words, guess what Candace just said? The F word. The F word. Why didn't they edit that out? I'm just asking. I am just asking.
Sheila's been crazy.
That's my daughter.
I know that. And Sheila has really, when she saw those pictures, she'd say, let's go look for Summer. Let's go look.
And I'm going to say this just because, you guys know how I think about things. We always understood, at least I always understood, right? What? Caroline, what have they said in this interview that is going to help an incoming sheriff? What? Right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're hearing something that might help. It's all Caroline. The incoming sheriff already knows about Summer's case. He already knows. He don't have to watch any YouTuber or anybody's content to know about Summer, darling. He already knows. You can go back and listen to an interview that he did. So, yeah.
And I'd say, babe, look at the YouTubers. Look at the people that's there. They don't want to talk to nobody.
So I want to know if
Y'all ain't researched the case, but you already know about the YouTube stuff.
you guys are fucking involved with Ernie Shales.
We don't know her.
Oh, here we go. Do they know about Ernie Shell, right? Oh, okay, Caroline. Well, darling, the incoming sheriff absolutely knows about Summer. And I would think anyway that that would be one thing that Lawson would absolutely make sure that an incoming sheriff knows is about Summer, for real. I can't remember if it's front door in and the video they explained the edited. I heard him, Lisa. Yeah. Look, in my opinion, Candace has said a lot of things that has made her look bad, and she ain't even had to cuss to do it. Okay. Yeah, we covered that, Lisa. She's low-key hoping because she loves Ernie. Ooh, you think that's why she's mentioning Ernie? I agree, Sage. Same stuff, different YouTube interview.
Ernie Shell, dear. I've never heard that name.
Can somebody correct me? Genevieve, you still listening? Were they not already aware of Ernie Shell? Anybody remember? Wasn't Ernie investigating something that they were? I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't know if that's somebody I should know.
He's one of them crazy YouTubers that started a lot of drama for us. He snuck up here in the middle of the
Oh,
night.
God.
Ernie Shell. I will remember
I got a whole
that.
story to tell you about that motherfucker.
We will.
If you want to...
He don't waste your time. He's just one of them crazy YouTubers
Okay,
that cause
so I
problems
want to tell
for
you
people.
this right now. Yet this morning, Skern, squeaky, smelly bitch, Ernie, claimed that he spoke to me and Donnie yesterday, and he's a lying bastard.
Oh, Jesus. Ernie did say he spoke with him. Absolutely. Ernie said he did a lot more with Candace than just speak to her, right? Well, Eberk, that's because some people call Ernie Skern dog, right? Ernie Skirny. He's been called a lot of names, okay? Now, we know a lot of what went down with Ernie and Candace while Dawn was in jail. And she didn't have a problem with Ernie then, right? She didn't have a problem with him then. She didn't have problems. Hold on. Let me find it. I don't care what he said on that channel, honestly. Let's not mention that channel over here, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm not talking about other channels at all. Y'all can believe whatever you want, what was said on other channels. I don't pay attention to what Ernie Shell says at all. Eberk, let him know that in his chat, okay? For real. So, anywho, Candace, of course, wants to make sure that she gives her opinion about Ernie. I don't know what she's told Dawn. I don't know what she told Dawn happened while he was in jail. I don't know. I do not know.
And He said that
He
today
said
on
that?
YouTube.
He
He's-
said that on Brooks Crime Live today that
He's
he
been-
talked to
he
me
lies.
and you yesterday.
He's caused us a lot of trouble.
Okay.
He's just one of many that's caused us a lot of trouble.
Just one.
So if Ernie has caused y'all so many problems, why are you giving him attention? Right? Okay, he stalks your chat. Eberk, just to let you know, he's stalking while in the bushes. Ernie Shell is blocked on my channel. He's blocked. I do not need Ernie to come in and be like, I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to find that child, right? She did. She was a flirting. Flirty, flirty, flirty. This is my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. Ernie and Candace bonded over Candace being pissed off at Benny Keys and Ernie not liking Benny Keys. They bonded over that shit, okay? They bonded over it. That's my opinion. I'm freaking sticking to it.
We had one following us around everywhere we went for a long time.
I got about 500 if you
We went
wanna
out to
hear them all.
Arkansas because I couldn't even get a job around here no more. And I was out in Arkansas.
How did he get you fired from Arkansas? Where was he when his probation officer told him, you need to get back to Tennessee? I don't think that was him being fired, right? That was the probation officer, if I remember correctly. And of course, I could be remembering wrong, right? Let me make one point. He believes because his name is mentioned, it's because they are scared of him. No, it absolutely isn't. He lies, cobs, and plants evidence. I will say this for everyone to know. I am not scared of Ernie Shell or his little imps. Okay? I am not going to get caught up in that chaotic bullshit at all. For real.
He found us out there.
Wow.
Got me fired out there too. I've been fired from every
Well,
company in
again,
this area.
Guys, it ain't that I ain't been fooled before.
You got that pointed at me.
No, it's pointing toward him, hon.
Mine's not.
It's pointed toward him. You're at a distance. I can see you there, but you're not in my frame.
Well, we don't care about all them crazy.
She was already in his frame in the first part of the interview. Part 1 or part 2. So, I don't know.
YouTubers and stuff. We care about, like you said,
That's right.
finding somewhere, trying to figure out.
Hey,
what happened.
wouldn't that be something, Candace? Wouldn't it be something though if somebody was to watch this video after 5 years and they see you sitting there like you are, crying over your child after 5 years, still missing her, and Donnie talking like he is, and they say, let's say that Sheila and I don't.
Oh, I could just scream. Should I play the messed up phone call to Dawn's stepsister, Mary? Right? He starts to get irritated with her. As I will say over and over again, I don't know if Dawn and Candace are guilty or innocent of anything, but I think they both should absolutely go back to law enforcement voluntarily. It's going to look better on them to voluntarily go back and talk with law enforcement. Don needs to quit acting like he was not around nefarious people and doing nefarious things that possibly could have an effect on his family, on his daughter going missing. Does that make sense? Now, honestly, I don't think Candace is gonna tell Dawn everything. Candace, do you think she's gonna tell Dawn, hey, while you were in Utah wanting me to sell the property and come, and we were gonna be this happy family, you were gonna be making a lot of money, you know, we were gonna become SDA churchgoers, you know, we were gonna do right, right? Do you think that she's gonna tell Dawn that stuff? Do you honestly believe that Candace, he says Ernie Shell snuck up on that hill at night. Now, I can't say if Ernie did or not, but we all know about the pizza incident. Okay? We all seen that, right? Yes, Caroline, you're absolutely right. It could have been a crime of opportunity. Anybody could have taken Summer. Anybody could have taken her. But if you're listening to Dawn, it's only pinpointed to CPS. Okay?
I don't suspect you two of nothing, see? Let's say that we're not two people come up here to judge you without any evidence that you've done something wrong. And let's say somebody else, let's say you don't have nothing to do with it, and somebody that does have something to do with it says, hey, let's let Candace know that her baby's okay. And then they contact somebody, or out of the goodness of their heart, they say,
hey, knock, 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 ring, ring, ring. Hey, you two people, we're letting you know that Summer's okay. Tell her mama that she's okay. You're really going to not question somebody who would call you or email you or text you and tell you something like that? You're going to be like, hey, okay, great. I'll pass the message along. You're not going to say, who are you? Where is that little girl? How do you know she's okay? Right? And then you are not going to report it to law enforcement. You're going to put it out on YouTube. I don't know. Just a thought that came through my mind.
hey, let's make this right.
Let's make this right. 5 years. Let's make it right. Hey, I ain't saying it wouldn't happen. I don't know.
You think, I know you believe in God. I know you believe in miracles.
Do you think that I would be sitting here with tears in my eyes if I didn't believe in faith in God?
Oh, fuck. Jesus, take the wheel. Do I need to play the hoax phone call to his stepsister Mary, where she was a crying? The mafia took Donnie. They took him to Boston, right? Exactly. Been there, done that, lady. Been there and done that. The first, I believe it was the first video put out of Candace, her and Dawn sitting there, They're both higher than a fucking kite. And she starts crying over her friend, stabbing her in the back, right? And then after the tears are falling and it's boo, I'm so upset. My friend messed me over. But okay, while I'm crying, let me show a picture of my daughter and be like, my daughter's missing. People can take that however they need to, right? Miss Cheese, it's out there. I really don't need to circulate it again, but you can go into your YouTube search bar and type in hoax call to Mary, and it's gonna pop right up. Dawn's sister's stepsister Mary, right? I think this Fred guy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see what you're saying. See, I have a hard time, right? I have a hard time when people talk about Fred. I keep going to Fred Hill. I keep forgetting this guy is also named Fred. I just think of them as the Hatfield and McCoy people. Miss Justice, babe, you can do that just as easy as I can. You can. I'm not telling anybody to do it, but a lot of people will look at it and say, well, that doesn't mean she's guilty of anything to do with Summer. And it doesn't. I mean, honestly, it doesn't. It just shows what her character is, right? I need to call him McCoy. Yes, Lisa, call him McCoy.
No, I believe you do. I'm talking to Donnie and say, I think a lot of people, that's like me. I believe in God, and
you know that I still believe that my daughter Summer is still alive?
And I'm glad. I'm glad, because to hear Candace say that, everybody does hope that she is. Dawn is the one who came out and was just repeatedly telling everyone the most horrific things that possibly happened to his daughter, right?
Good. That's a good.
She acted like that she was disgusted with the fact that Dawn admitted to showering with his 5-year-old daughter. She acted like that really pissed her off, right? That really upset her. Did she come out and say that it was fucking disgusting for him to talk about a hat, a hammer, a motel room, her getting hard, and the list goes on and on and on? I never heard it. I never heard her saying, you're a fucked up individual for saying that about our daughter. But let's go out and be on the, how dare you say that you showered with our 5-year-old daughter? I don't know. Just a thought.
Thought to have. That's a good feeling as a mother, because I think you would, if she wasn't, you would feel that, I believe.
Do you not see the pain in my eyes?
I see it.
Do you not see the pain in my eyes? Oh.
Sure do. Sure do.
Because if y'all don't after today,
And I'm not here to judge you.
No.
We're not here to judge you. We're here to put out there that Summer is still missing, and don't give up on her.
She's still.
I mean, as far as with YouTube, and I'm not talking for all YouTubers, I'm just speaking for myself. I truly believe that Candace doesn't have to answer to anybody. Okay? She really doesn't. She doesn't need to say things that are going to make me be like, oh, I believe you. You know, she doesn't have to answer to anybody. Okay? With me, it's just the fact of not communicating with law enforcement. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you go to law enforcement? That would, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, May May.
Listen, where the fuck are the real people that say they care about her?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
There are a lot of real people who do care about Summer, right? Absolutely. I am not going to sit and say that these YouTubers never cared about Summer. A lot of them did start out with the intention of, you know, caring about Summer, what happened to her. And very quickly, it turned into other priorities, right? But there's many people who do care about her being found. They absolutely do.
we're trying to find.
I don't know.
That's why they're doing this.
Maybe there'll be somebody show up on this channel
Now,
and
we
say,
know there's going to be a bunch of assholes up saying all kinds of rude shit.
Don, this is just my opinion. They allowed individuals to come out and be rude and disrespectful. They allowed that. Lisa, all right. You need to tone it down, girl. I don't want to say things that's going to hurt your feeling. Slow it down. Slow your roll, girl. Slow your roll. Oh, thank you, May May.
anything like that, we block them. We don't allow that on air. We don't.
I got a channel too, but I just don't go on it too much.
What is it?
It's called Can.
Can?
Yeah.
CAN.
Yep.
Okay. Well, look at that.
Look at that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
we'll start following you. No,
We do little videos of when we go out far to work. Other than that, I don't do nothing else.
we're not here to judge nobody, guys.
What's in the background? What is that in the background? Is that a red van? Is that a red van? Whose red van is that? I don't know. I'm just asking. Right?
But yeah, I believe, you know, during the Biden administration, when she come up missing, the DCS definitely had something to, definitely had her taken from here. And they, you know, they could probably get probably about 60,000.
Why are you saying the Biden? Okay. Yes, the Biden administration was a really messed up administration. They absolutely allowed many individuals to cross over the border into our country. It was a really messed up scene as far as a lot of children were concerned. And why I mention a red van, because wasn't that a big to-do at one time about a van? Was it red? I don't remember.
$1,000 out of her, but in adoption fees.
The one they used to
You know,
drive,
and
right, Gary?
I'm sure of it. Or they,
But yet it was never on the hill. People talked about a van, the red van, but when you seen pictures of 110 Ben Hill Road, I never seen a red van. I'm just saying. So, oh, a blue one. It was blue. Thank you, Sage. I got the colors mixed up. I apologize.
who knows what they've done with her for sure, but they adopt these kids out all over the world. You know, when they take kids from East Tennessee, they take them all to West Tennessee, and all the kids they take in West Tennessee, they bring back this way. We've learned that, and that's
So, okay, hold on a minute, you guys. Hold on. Okay. So they're taking children from East Tennessee, taking them to West Tennessee, and then bringing them back to East Tennessee. All right, that's weird, but I don't know.
so that the parents won't be tempted to go.
Travel.
You're blind.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
so
blind.
they
You're
really
blind. You're
shouldn't
blind.
in the dark.
Listen, thank you for
Appreciate you
everything,
guys.
and I
God bless
appreciate
you.
you.
God bless.
Thank you, Candace.
God bless you.
And
We'll
if you
pray
see
and that
something,
she's
if you watch the video and see something you don't like, if you would contact us, and Sheila will
What are you doing, man?
edit it.
Oh, he's gonna probably give you an SBA church book.
Okay.
An SBA church book.
Sandy, Lisa has X-ray vision. You know, some of them old vans had water beds in the back of them. They did. But maybe it would save, you know, those vans, they had the water bed in the back, and, you know, I guess some men who drove vans like that would save $1 because they wouldn't have to rent motel rooms for their ladies of the night. They would just pull up, open that van door, and be like, come on in, babe. I'm going to knock $5 off because I already got the water bed in the back, right? Probably has an 8-track player too and a CB radio. That's funny. That is funny, Lisa. Marie, Lisa Marie, I don't give a fuck what someone on YouTube said. For real. Yes. After Dawn admitting to taking showers with Summer, Candace came out and said, how dare he say that? I took showers with Summer. Dawn Wells also said, Candace doesn't shower. When this band's rocking, don't come a knocking. That's right. That is right. Party van. The shaggin' wagon. That is funny. That is funny.
This is a book written in 1830 by Ellen White, and what that is Revelation 14 talks about the first, second, and third angel's message.
Really? Do I do that, Lisa Marie? Do I take what people say on YouTube and twist it around? Is that what you're saying about us, Lisa Marie? Is that what you're saying about us? Is that how you feel about, oh, remain calm? Is it? Give me an example of where remain calm has taken what somebody has said on YouTube and twisted around. Inquiring minds want to know. See, Lisa, you always want my freaking undivided attention. Now you have it. Would you like for me to drop a link so you can come up here and have a chat with me, Lisa? I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Lisa Marie. Where you at, Lisa Marie? Damn, I'm waiting on you, girl. Come on. I'm waiting. I need an example. I'll drop the link. Come on, girl. Come on up here and have a conversation. For real. For real, Lisa. Since I twist what people say on YouTube. Right? Come on up here, girl. Did I take what you said on YouTube about you and your association with the Wells? Have I ever took that and twisted it around on YouTube, girl? Do you want to go there, Lisa? Where'd you go, Marie? Oh, okay. All right, Lisa Marie. Not everyone, Sandy, just most people. No, you don't, RC. Well, thank you, Lisa. Okay, we can move on now. We can move on. Dawn, gonna try to yes. Dawn is a great recruiter for the SDA church. He is. If I can find it, I will show you him praying. He's a praying. It's really interesting.
This is the third angel's
Or is
message.
she talking
Okay.
about
The
her
first
own
and second
soul?
being the Bible,
Okay.
the Old and New Testament. This is just as important as the Bible. It's part of the Bible. It's the rest of the story.
Huh?
It starts in 78.
Oh, do it. We'll smack it.
You already got it.
I had a cancer on my.
How many times in these 3 interviews did we hear them, besides showing pictures, where did we hear them speaking on what happened to Summer? Except for the, CPS is at fault, right? Then Ernie Shell, Ernie, they mentioned you again. I don't know where Genevieve went. I think she got mad at me. She's always getting mad at me. Genevieve. I know you would know. Did the Hatfield and McCoy people know of Ernie Shell? Because now it's hearsay, but I heard that absolutely they knew of Ernie Shell. I heard that, but I don't know. I wasn't there when they were hanging out. Don's a good old commandment keeper. Yes, he is.
My ear, see half my ear gone?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I had cancer, skin cancer.
It's the final message.
And they got most of it.
Fred ain't paying no attention. He ain't paying no attention about the SDA teachings.
What they said, but
Of course.
I told them they should take them more of the year that didn't get it all. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, thank you.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, check it out.
Sure.
If it's
SDA. Every time I had to look for you, I had to go to my sub list because it kept pulling up the SDA teaching. What do you want, Lisa?
Nothing.
She's coming in hot.
Nothing.
Okay. You're just come up to visit for a minute?
Yes. I'm gonna shut that camera. I look awful.
So who's twisting shit on YouTube?
A lot of people do.
Like what?
I didn't say you did. I said some people do.
Oh.
I didn't say Sandy did. I said some people do.
Okay, but you haven't done that yourself?
I probably have. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right, girl. Keep fighting the good fight. For real. I don't want to switch up my content and
No, don't switch it up. Just
All
do the
right.
interview. I want to hear the interview.
Okay, bye. All right, Lisa's gone. I don't want to switch it up and talk about Lisa. But anybody else interested? You can talk to Lisa. Okay. Clip what? What are you clipping, girl? Oh, thank you, May May. Who's clipping who? YouTube doesn't like you. That is true, SDA. Every time I go to my subscriptions to pull you up, but if I just put in SDA YouTube, it comes up showing the SDA church. SDA church. Now look, I'm not going to get into Lisa, but Lisa knew the Wells years ago. She lived on the property that belonged to Pam Wells and Don Wells. They were allowing homeless individuals to come and stay on their property, you know, because Don's such a nice guy, you know. And I mean, you can get the whole scoop on prayer gardens. Okay. I don't clip missing children. That isn't drama. Oh, you're right. You're right. It's not. It is not drama. Look, I've got caught up in the drama, but it's not really Summer Wells drama. It's the dumb drama of other people, right? For sure.
It's not.
Just don't get.
anything-
Okay. Oh no, I'm
it's
going
not
this way.
scripture, it's
I'm
not
going that
God,
way.
throw it away.
Exactly.
They already showed Candace, so why doesn't she want to be shown now? Right?
No, but it is. So.
Well, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Guys, thank you.
Why?
Well, she's going to turn hers on just to cover us while we're here, honey. Go ahead,
Just
baby.
cover him. Please don't let
No,
him.
okay, put it on me.
I'm gonna grab this.
Ooh,
Here, I have one right here.
you may have just deleted. Okay, no, that's the second one. Ooh, I did delete one, but it wasn't the good one.
The lighter's in the house on the table, baby.
I did delete one, but it wasn't the good one. Okay.
So do you want to come and look at this so you can show her? So that she can see it, so that she'll be okay with that.
Well,
That's that woman talking a while ago.
What woman?
I liked her. I don't know why she would care to.
She said not to.
I
put
know
her in it,
everybody's-
So I'm trying not to get her in
yeah,
it.
I'd rather not have all that trash and stuff.
Oh, he's talking about when the private investigator's wife was talking to them and was like, no way. Thank you, Karen, for the jewels. That is so sweet of you. I appreciate that. I sure do. I should have left Lisa up here because she's always telling me to claim my jewels, and I've been claiming them. I have. I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa. Candace is messed up or her stroke is acting up again. Oh, yeah, because she did have Bell's palsy. That was very obvious. Who was the lady that made 2 cars off of Summer Wells' name? 2 cars? Are you talking about Kathy the friend that Candace sold the Suburban to? Other than that, I don't know about 2 cars. I knew about the Suburban because Don wasn't happy about that. He said he put more work. What was what? I mean, what 2 cars do you remember? It shows up in chat on my side. Yeah, it's going to. I mean, it's going to, right? I claim them in my StreamYard. I make sure that I click the star thing, right? Wait. She made the money off YouTube covering Summer. And she bought 2 cars? Is that what you're saying? And people bitch about me? Lord have mercy. Why, I don't need to collect them. It does, Lisa. It doesn't. It's going to show up in your side because you're in my chat. It doesn't matter if you need to collect them or not. You're in my chat. It's going to show in my chat. Are you telling me that you have hacked me? Have you hacked me, lady? All right. You know my Venmo and my Cash App. You need to send them back, lady. Send them back. I think everybody in chat sees when somebody gives me some jewels. As far as I know. For real. You need to accept them for me, lady. Tell YouTube, you better give Remain Calm her stuff.
I can blur the background out.
He's done nothing. Candace, he's been nothing
Yes,
but
sir.
nice.
Like being on video.
He's been nothing but nice to us. I guarantee you, you're
I'll
going to be
blur it out.
satisfied when we do the video. I don't. He's nobody has said nothing.
They
Why
are.
would you worry?
Tired of people looking at it.
If you don't say nothing mean or wrong or incriminating.
Yes, a lot of people have researched the Hatfield and McCoys. Genevieve seems to know a lot about him, but I think she got mad at me and left. I don't know any of that. You are the only one who has that. Thank you, Dazed. There, Dazed did it. Let's see. Let's check her out. There it is. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, thank you again, Dazed. It should show up over here. For sure. I make sure to click. Clickety click. Hold on. I'm in my StreamYard. Hold on. Click it. And click it. Thank you, Days. That is so sweet. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, wait, let me try to catch it. Okay. Okay. All right, hold on. Hold on. For real. All right, back to Fred and oh wait, thank you, Dazed. All right, hold on. Let me get over here. Dang it, hold on. Thank you, Dazed. That is so sweet. Thank you for the jewels. I feel like I am sparkling. Dazed has me sparkling. Okay. Come over here.
Why would you care? I don't know you from Adam. You may be as guilty as sin, but I ain't going to cast a stone at you because I have no proof. I have no evidence. Why would I? You could say, Fred McCoy, you're a bank robber.
That's your last name, McCoy?
Yeah, I'm a
He's
McCoy.
a Hatfield
but
and a
I'm
McCoy.
Hatfield. My great grandmother was Nancy.
You know what? I love a good pimp. He pimps that out, doesn't he? I'm a Hatfield and a McCoy. What's that mean? When you're a Hatfield and a McCoy.
Hatfield.
Wow.
My great grandfather was Asa McCoy.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm really.
He's both.
So you're on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, that's
He's
cool.
Hatfield and McCoy.
Thank you,
Buddy,
Sandy.
thank
Hey,
you.
God
I
bless you
appreciate
guys.
you. Going this way. I'm going to turn it off. I always just I like to record when we get somewhere and when we leave. That way somebody can't say, well, this.
Looks like the dogs have a really nice place to lay their head. Wow. That couch is purple. Did they ever say what happened to the blue couch? But yeah, did they ever say? Two families that fought each other back in the day. Well, they must have come together at some point, Sage. It's the only thing I know. Say, Dazed. Girl, thank you. Thank you so much. Dazed gave me 10 jewels. 10 jewels. All right. So, yes, we know that the Hatfield and McCoys, he's both either well balanced or totally out of balance. Yes, he is a salesman, that's for sure. TT showed a video of the couch on the side of the hill. Oh, TT did, for sure.
Happened or that happened. That way there's no dispute. See, I'm over here on this side.
She's a stray.
Try to keep my head straight. Because
Well, I thought they was going to bite us at first, but
she's a stray.
get in your head.
you got a beautiful place up here. Man, you all got to be peaceful.
She's a stray, and then she got pregnant and had him.
That's right.
And then,
Yes.
yeah, but it's not really our dogs.
Oh, yeah.
What claimed you?
Yeah, they claimed us.
Thank you, guys.
God bless you all.
God bless you, pal. Hope it works out, Donnie. If you hear anything, give us a holler. If you see anything on the video you don't like, let us know.
Ain't nothing I can do about it.
Well, we don't know. There is too, because we'll, huh?
You didn't take your pop.
I know, I hate to take your pop.
Only one's left in the
No,
holler.
that's your pop. I give it to you.
Thank you
so much.
Well, willing. I haven't had an RC forever, so I'll enjoy it. Thanks, guys.
Well, wouldn't everybody love to have a little RC? Come on over. Enjoy some RC.
Thanks for talking to us.
God bless you all.
Well, I didn't see him really getting any questions answered at all. I really didn't. But no, I ain't gonna ride on these people. And, you know, I am not gonna demean anybody who really has good intentions on putting Summer's name out there. Now, listen, I can kind of understand why they would not admit to knowing of the Ernie Mac shell, right? Dazed, thank you. Thank you, girl. Dazed is hitting me with them jewels. She is. Absolutely. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. Hey, Avian. Swing is gone. Is the swing gone? You noticed the swing was gone? Dazed. Girl. Thank you again, babe. That is very sweet of you. Very sweet. So, Are you sure they took the swing down? I mean, he kind of showed the property a little bit, but you see, hold on a minute. Oh, I done got out of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I mean, what can you say, right? What can you say? Will these people get a phone call that, look, the sad thing about it is there are a crap load of individuals that are going to contact these people and say things, and anybody can call anyone and say that some are safe or whatever, right? For sure. And look, for 5 years, I've had questions that hasn't been questions that everybody else has had. But I already know that even if I spoke with Dawn and Candace, those questions are not going to be answered. And Dazed, you're so sweet. Thank you. They're not going to be answered, right? Just like when they asked the question, how long was summer gone before you noticed? That wasn't answered. And let me tell you guys, one thing that I believe that absolutely Dawn especially had an agenda with talking to these people. It was to place blame on others. Point the finger, point the finger. Candace knew that she could use these people because they were YouTubers to do what? Talk about Ernie Shale coming up there. Dawn says he snuck up after there, right? I didn't see the swing either. But then again, I'm not sure if what they were showing was the side where the swing was. I mean, I'll pull it up again. I will. So we can kind of take a look, but I don't know where they were located. Hold on, I got to get through another commercial here. Okay, so I know some people okay, so was this side of the house that they walked up to? If they walked up the driveway, they would have walked up to the front of the house, right? They would have walked up to the front of the house. If they were going to the back of the house, I'll pull it up again because I showed it where let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'll pull it up here on Chris McDonough's because he did the front of the house where he pulled up. This might be part 2. Hold on. Because when you walked in, when you walked to the front, Who's that guy standing there? Okay, wait, this is part 1, so that's the inside. I don't want the inside. Hold on. Let me backtrack on that. Hold on, you guys. Let me go back to that for a minute until I find what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can find it this way. I don't want the inside. I want the outside. Okay, hold on. Let me try this. Summer Wells home outside view. Let me see if we can get a good outside view of it. The only other door, yeah, it's only the front door and the basement door. The basement door is allegedly where you can see the swing, right? Because that's what Candace said the problem was. Okay, hold on here. I got to get through another commercial. Hold on. Some people say Flies was talking about. Okay, here we go. Right here. Hold on. This is Chris McDonough going up to the house. So this is from going up the driveway to the house. This is Chris McDonough going up to the house. All right, let's rewind it just a little bit. This is going up the driveway to what I call the front door, right? This is going up into the driveway. There's Summer Swing right there. Right? This is Chris McDonough's, okay? He pulls around where you can see the swing. Candace says that you can't see Summer Swing from this front door. This right here is what I call the front door. That is what I call the front door. As you can see, 2 windows, and then this area here, it looked like they put a new window in there. This is the door. That is the porch with the roof on it. So let's go back over here, and I may have to pull up a different interview that they did. Okay, let's go back over here and see what we have. There's the 2 windows. It looks like a new window was put in here, right? That looks like the front door area. I could be wrong, but okay. So allegedly, they tried to say that the swing you couldn't see from this front area anyway, right? They've got new steps on the front. Those are new steps. You can see that looks like some sort of sewage pipe that's been laid, right? Yeah, the basement door should be the back door. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to pull up the live that they showed when they first walked up to the house. That would be in part 1, I believe. Right? All right, hold on. Hold on, I got to get through a commercial. Okay, hold on. And I want to hear where Dawn told them. Okay, we'll pop back over to this interview. Okay, so this is when they first went up to the house. I kind of want to hear where Dawn said for them to come on up. Hold on, I want to make sure you guys can hear this because it said my audio was kind of messed up, so. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. I got to get a fresh cup of coffee. I'm at 2 hours already, so we'll go for just a few minutes longer. Okay, thank you for hanging out during that brief intermission. Yeah, I'm out of my caramel macchiato stuff. I'll have to get some more for sure. It's raining here. That sucks. All right, this is what they're seeing going up the hill.
Here. Some are still missing. 1-800-GBI find.
Absolutely.
And there's a sign down here on the ground. There's a road here, but I don't know if we're going up in there or.
They didn't tear that down, did they? They didn't tear that sign down.
Goes on around. So, what do you think?
I reckon we should park here and walk up.
Girl, I got one of those things. I got one of those coffee machines too, where you can warm the milk and stuff. I don't know how to use the dang thing.
Oh,
I don't. Maybe.
wonder how far up through there it is.
I don't know. I wish there was somebody coming by that we could talk to.
Let's try it.
Okay.
If it is invalid.
Hold on. Got a commercial. And like I said, just to let people aware, I am not out here to bash these people at all. I could sit and, show inconsistencies or whatever. I've never tried to be that kind of channel because many other people absolutely can do that. I don't have to do it.
Ooh, washed out.
I'm kind of wanting to see where Dawn invited them up. I'm a coffee machine, a human pay card for parking, and a human Google. Good for you. Show the sign about Dawn having security cameras. Dawn, where are your trail cam pics? Eyes only. I don't know if they had those posted before Summer went missing, or if a lot of those signs were put up after Summer went missing.
May not be able to go all the way.
Yeah.
What the heck is that red thing? What is that red thing? What is the red thing? What? Oh, it gets blurry when I stop it. I don't know what the fuck that is. Right, Carrie, that's what I understood too. Majority of them were put up after she went missing. And honestly, I think that, Benny Keys initiated that. And I can't say that as fact, but I think Benny initiated some of those signs and stuff, and cameras actually being put up on the property. I don't think that, Don was going to do that on his own. That was taken care of by somebody else. And like I said, I could be wrong, but, Benny initiated cameras being put up, and they, for some reason, turned on him very quickly. They turned on him very quickly. I believe that, you know, it was a two-way street, using individuals for whatever they were using them for. Oh, Fred's tired.
Here. There's a school bus.
Did you see any? I didn't see any. No trespassing signs, did
That's
you?
what I was looking for.
I seen where it's guarded.
I wonder if that's it. There's a dog or something.
Okay, so the driveway goes all around the house. So I believe if you take a right, then that would go around where the basement is. Going forward, that would be the front of the house. But I could be wrong.
Up here. The windows are up.
Hello? Hello?
Now, this is interesting. They made it all the way up there. They made it this far, and the dogs didn't bark until they started hollering. Now, I'm sure the animals that are up there now possibly are different dogs than were up there before. I don't know, but that's interesting. That is very interesting, y'all.
Her dog is at.
Hey!
Do these dogs bite?
Huh? Can we come up? Can we come up?
They bite?
Dawn did invite them up. Dawn invited them up without knowing who they were. Does that make sense to y'all? No. Chris McDonough was in a vehicle, though, Carrie, remember? Chris McDonough was in a vehicle. The dogs even intimidated Chris McDonough's wife, and she stayed in the truck. She did not get out of the truck because of the dogs. Now, Chris got out of the truck, right? Who in their right mind walks up on anybody's properties? What would have happened if those dogs would have been more aggressive, right? I wouldn't walk up there. I don't have the breath. I would not have the fucking breath to walk up that hill. I'm telling you right now. They didn't bark until we got close to the house. Yeah, they didn't bark at him until he started hollering and made them aware that somebody was walking up that driveway, right?
Sorry to bother you.
Back
It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. Yeah. It's okay. Sorry to bother you. We're probably in the wrong place.
Wait, I gotta stop for a second. I'm getting dizzy. Fred, you got me going back and forth and back and forth. I'm getting dizzy. How do you know that, Angie's Life? How do you know that those are different dogs? I mean, I appreciate your opinion on that. And I am sure that, yes, this is recent, Dazed. This is recent. You can catch the full video over at Hatfield and McCoy Museum Adventure. Thank you, Dazed. You are so sweet. You are so sweet. You can catch the whole interview. There's 3 parts. The link is in the description. Hatfield and McCoy's. Dazed. Thank you. Thank you, babe. Are you doing your karaoke tonight? I'm going to pop over and try to grab your link and put it in chat. Oh, that's a good point, Lisa Marie. Surrender their dogs to animal control. I don't know if they surrendered all of them. I know that animal control was involved because people kept making comments and calling animal control on Candace.
Well, I'm Fred McCoy. That's my wife, Sheila. I'm a retired police officer, 40 years, and we go out and...
I'm not going to say they were a different breed because Jody, thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much, sweetie. You guys go check out Daze. She does karaoke. Karaoke. Okay, yeah. I mean, look, we even had them calling, it was Betty and them, right? And they called about a dog that it got hit on the road or something, and they blamed it on Candace. That whole Humane Society stuff was messed up. Messed up. Thank you, girl. Thank you for the other jewels, babe. For real. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Sweetie girl, you're driving me cuckoo. You are driving me cuckoo, girl. Hold on, I want to try this. I don't know. Thank you, babe. Let me give you a heart. There we go. There, that should have showed it. Should have showed it. Okay. So this is part 1, because we kind of want to look at the property.
Look for people and do different things, and we was looking for the Summer Wells people.
Yeah, that's us.
Is that you?
Yeah, yeah.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
Okay, the shed's right there.
Yeah, we
It's all right. It's on steep hill.
well, we was asking right there if hi dear.
That's a steep
if
hill.
we seen any no trespassing signs or anything. I said we might better go back. And I thought I'd holler.
We put them up there just for you know,
Sure.
you know.
Hello,
I don't know who it is.
it's Fred and Sheila McCoy. I'm a retired police officer. And,
Let me get you a couple chairs up here.
well, I hate to bother you.
No, you're fine.
We just want to see if
Under
this.
the tent.
We were in this area visiting some people, and
I'll call you back.
Sorry.
we thought, well,
I'll call you back, baby.
since we're this close,
Hear me?
I'm sure. For your wife.
thank you, buddy.
It might be a little dirty. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, hi.
No,
Well, they got a nice little tent up there to set, don't they?
everything's cool. I'll call you right back, honey. I'll call myself. I love you. I'll call you back.
Oh, hon, you don't have to go to all that trouble. I can sit on a bucket. I'm from the mountains.
Yeah, we're mountain people.
Do
There's a
look at me.
swing.
we
That's a good sign.
take your time? Yeah, guys.
So I don't know. I cannot sit here and say that tree is the one where they had the swing.
Well, you don't have to worry about people bothering you. I'll tell you that. Now, I like this. We're from Pike County originally,
Okay.
and this is somewhat like we grew up, both of us. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we found that guy I-75 shooter over a year or two ago,
Joseph
and we go out and just do different things and look for
And
different
it is.
Oh, okay.
people. We're just going to see if there's any updates. Have you?
bite. I'm good.
I
No.
don't think he will,
I
but he
wish
tries
it
to
was.
bite me. When
Sure. Are you the dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he probably won't bite you, but he likes to bite me.
That's mom.
He don't like.
Okay, so if those were different dogs, we don't really know, except for with Chris McDonough's, how the dogs reacted, right? I know that out of the 3 interviews, what I seen is Don blaming the CPS for sure. Now, this is the front. This is what Chris McDonough showed. Why I think that they're setting out front is because of the door. There seems to have been a new window put in there, and then 2 windows on the side. Right? And that is coming up and going around. Right? And I haven't gone through and actually pulled up all of the shots of the house and stuff. For sure. But that looks like the front of the house to me. Now, what they were saying is, okay, hold on. What they were saying is, and I'm looking at it as far as with Chris McDonough, they were trying to say that, and I'm sure Chris, I want to see Chris. Oh, wait, no, that's their interview with Dawn. I'd have to find Chris McDonough's again. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Candace was intoxicated because I don't know, right? And you kind of can't blame them. Okay, this is Chris McDonough's right here. This is Chris's. Chris came up the driveway. Oh, wait, Chris has got a commercial too. Doggone it. Hang on. Don't copyright strike me, Chris. We are using this on the commentary channel. I give my opinion. This is educational. I'm telling you. Yes, that is the barrel. I'm showing Chris McDonough's. That is the barrel that said for sale on it. After, so much was made out of Summer Dancing in the Rain and calling them out on that, right? I don't know if she got a freaking Doberman. What does it matter? What does it matter? The only thing about dogs that mattered is the dogs who were supposed to be at 110 Ben Hill Road on June 15, 2021. Other than that, I don't freaking know. Go ask Candace. Candace, did you get a Doberman pinscher? Who knows? I don't know. Not relevant to me. They were on vacation. Yes, the dogs were on vacation that day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever dogs Candace got after Summer Wells went missing, this is just me, don't matter. It's what dogs were there the day Summer went missing, right? Now, oh yeah, now I remember, Carrie. Thank you. The dog that she gave back to the lady that gave it to her. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one. Well, we know about the dogs that she had when Ernie, like Dawn said, he came up here one night like he wasn't invited. Ernie says he was talking to Candace on the phone and she was like, I'm hungry. And he said, oh, my dear, let me track my ass all the way to 110. Let me walk up that driveway and bring you a pizza. Well, I don't know if that was a conversation or not. I'm kind of just making that up. But Ernie gets her a pizza. He walks all the way up there and she will not answer the door, right? Poor guy. Poor Ernie. He's just catching all kinds of hell, isn't he? For sure. For sure. Okay. So, this is what we have. And I'm going to say this. Dawn can mention the 3 boys having dirt bikes or whatever. This is just my opinion on that. I think he says stuff like that because that is one of the things that he did for the boys that made him feel like he was being a good dad. Does that make sense? He really wanted to make himself out to be a good dad. Candace wanted to make herself out to be a good mom. Okay. And like I said, one thing I will agree with Ernie Shell on, and he did say something about this to Candace. If Candace would have just came out and, spoke the truth about being a mother and things like that. I think a lot of people would have seen her differently. They would have seen her differently. I always ask the question, why would she have ever have made a hoax phone call to Mary for Dawn? She did that for Dawn. Dawn was trying to figure out who was releasing info about what had happened with his stepsister Jeannie and them, right? He was trying to find that stuff out. And I look at it a lot too. I don't think that, see, so is that the tree with the swing that she said that you couldn't see from Grandma's camper, right? Or was it a different tree? It had to have been that one, right? Because Grandma's camper is sitting right here. Right there's Grandma's camper. Thank you, Carrie. So that is the tree that you guys are saying that the McCoys are showing that does not have a swing on it anymore. Hold on, I'll get to it. I don't know, you guys. I mean, it has been 5 years. It has been 5 years. Hold on, where am I? Hold on, I lost myself here. Let me see. Okay, that's them doing the interview. This is Chris McDonough's. And I'm going to say this too. Candace allowed Chris McDonough to come up to the house. And even if she stopped at the dollar store, if Don was there, I don't know if Don was there. He wasn't there when Chris McDonough got there with Candace. Candace still allowed him to come up and look at the property and come in her home. Come in her home. She allowed him to do that. Now, I kind of think that that whole thing meant something to me. A lot of other people used it to, find every little thing wrong in what she said. And that's all fine and dandy. Okay? That meant something. If Candace did something to Summer at the last minute, why would she allow a retired detective, a cold case detective, to come up to the property? Does that make sense? I mean, doesn't make sense. So, what is it? Let me ask you guys this. What is it that you all would like to hear Candace say? What would you like to hear Candace say that would pacify you in the case of her missing daughter, Summer Moon Utah Wells? I think Donna said plenty. Donna said plenty. Right? Well, he is good at what he does. He's a detective, or was a detective, and he's a member of the Cold Case Foundation, right? What is it that we want to hear her say? Do you think when she allowed Chris McDonough into her home and took him and showed him that dungeon, do you think that she was thinking people were going to look at that environment and start attacking her over it? Seriously. I don't trust Dawn as far as I can throw him either. For sure. And look, I could sit here and waste my time bashing Ernie Shell for his bullshit, but I'm not doing that. Not today, Satin. We aren't doing that today. Okay? Ernie is a freaking certain kind of character, and Ernie's gonna keep doing what he's doing. I was just really surprised. Well, no, I wasn't surprised. Because absolutely, when Dawn and Candace knew that these people were YouTubers, they were going to use it to their advantage, in my opinion, and not the advantage of talking about Summer or giving out any information. They were going to take that and they were going to use it for what they wanted to use it for. Pointing fingers at CPS, pointing fingers at others. And Candace definitely wanted to take advantage to call out who? Ernie Shell, right? I don't think they thought that was wrong. Honestly, I grew up around much worse than that. Yes, dazed. Absolutely. I do not think Candace was even thinking about that. I honestly don't. I don't think that was a thought in her mind. Okay. Yeah, it is raining. Well, be careful. Sorry. I don't think she was thinking the dang TV was on some kind of channel you wouldn't have on. Well, I think, and look, I can't say how anybody feels or what their opinions and stuff are on that. Sometimes, right? Sometimes most of those were types of infomercials, right? Something that you would be watching TV, and if you didn't have cable and didn't have it on a specific channel, and you just had it on maybe one of the couple of channels that you may get because you don't have cable, those would pop up in the middle of the night. So because the insinuation was out there that Don was at home and possibly Candace called him from the dollar store, he hurried up and left. That insinuation was put out there, no doubt about it. If Candace hadn't been there all day and it was still on that channel, were they the type of people that didn't turn the TV off when they were there? Right? Could that have happened? I mean, I think so, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I think Dawn and Candace has been through enough with YouTubers that anybody who's going to question them and say that they're YouTubers, it's going to be a whole different ball game. It's going to be a whole different ball game. Do I think that they need to come on YouTube and, I've always said I would like Don Wells to describe in detail what he did that day, that whole day. Give me a rundown on it. I've got a little bit of timeline for Don. He states what time he thinks he got up, what time, describes Summer's foot being underneath him. He describes basically leaving, not sure what time he left, really can't say what time he got to work. He says that he thought that 3 o'clock he had a conversation with Candace. He believed that she was in picking up grandma's medicine or whatever. He states around 3 o'clock then. Then it's the 5:30 phone call that he believed he got from Candace stating Summer was missing. We do know, because they have put out the dispatch call about the father calling in or whatever. We cannot say for a fact who actually called 911. We know Don did. Whoever else possibly called, we do not know. Law enforcement has kept the actual 911 calls close to the vest. Don't blame them, right? I would love for Candace just to be honest about exactly what time Summer went missing. We could get a clearer timeline that way. But I'm going to say right now, Don and Candace Wells remain calm. 0. 0, 0, and 0. Okay? I would love to see a video of Candace walking in to a law enforcement agency. If it's not Hawkins County, TBI, if they don't want to talk to TBI, FBI, if they don't want to talk to FBI, CIA, and it goes up, where she's going in and having a conversation about her daughter. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know what happened to Summer. We really don't. And for some reason, and I think a lot of us have seen this, where these individuals from social media went to 110 Ben Hill Road. Now, a lot of them did have good intentions, okay? And when a lot of these individuals got angry with Candace about something, or even Dawn, they began to publicly come out on their channels and tell everyone about it, right? Telling everyone about it. Talking about Dawn and going and doing this and women of the night. And, you know, a woman came out on YouTube, I'm not going to say her name again, and talked about doing the deed with Dawn Wells one time. You guys, do you know how many individuals that were talked about that they were coming out and talking about doing the nasty one time with these people? How, number one, that is just fucking disrespectful. And for those women to allow that, shrug it off. I mean, and I'll say one person that, you know, kind of, I don't know how Allie felt about it, but I felt disgusted for her. Disgusted for her. Jose comes out, says, I only did it with her one time. Andrew Hiltz comes out and talks about only doing it with her one time. He even went to the extent to say that he wished he would have how do I even say this? He wished he would have put his nasty stuff on her butt instead of it, yeah, jizz. Thank you, Dazed. I couldn't think of the word. I couldn't think of a word that wasn't freaking disgusting. But yeah, he said he wished he would have put the put Hunter on her butt instead of her getting impregnated. And absolutely he said that. And he would say that shit on panels. And Allie just took it. But you know, rest in peace, Allie. I am not going to say bad things about Allie. But that was heartbreaking to me. That just was like, why the fuck would you allow someone to talk about you or to you like that? No, Sandy. Andrew's wife came up on my panel one time and said he didn't know jack shit about Summer Wells. That's exactly what she said. So I believed her. I believed her. And we can go back through all that shit again where he wanted to act like he was being a good daddy and that, you know, Allie screwed him out of like 11 days on, you know, his visitations with H, and, you know, how he tried to get somebody to come in and freaking, you know, legally kidnap H. And, you know, I'm going to give you my opinion on that. If you go back and watch any of that, there was only one thing on his mind. He thought, and he even said, if I can get him here, I can get him to tell me, right? That's when the reward fund was still active. Still active. For sure. So, you know, Andrew's Andrew. Andrew's Andrew. That's what we say about a lot of people. You know, people probably say that about me. RC is just RC. But no, I mean, that got disgusting because he spoke, you know, horribly about Summer herself. His brother spoke horribly about Summer, right? SDA, I've never had oxtail. I've never had oxtail, for sure. For sure. At all. Well, nothing he says to me, Lisa, means anything. It never did. It's good. What's it taste like? What kind of meat does it taste like? Yeah. What is oxtail? It's an oxtail. Oh, it tastes like beef. But, you know, I'm only going to be on here 10 more minutes. Anything else that we want to touch base on, you guys? Cow? You're eating the tail of a cow. Poor cows. No, I don't think it's just a UK thing, Dazed. I think they absolutely, for sure. It's a bull. Oh. What do they call bull gonads? What do they call bull gonads? Don't they call them something? Isn't there a name for ball gonads? I got my new security camera complete with flashing lights and sirens, so every time my neighbors misbehave, I'm going to play it. Oh, Lord. Well, watch out, Miss Justice. Watch out, girl. I hate neighbor beefs. I do. I know, I've lived it for too long. For real. Well, let us know if we need to bond you out, okay? Rocky Mountain oysters. Thank you, Dazed. Yeah. If anybody asks you if you want to eat some Rocky Mountain oysters, Remain Calm is telling you, we are letting you know what they are. No, oxtail is the tail, right? Oxtail's just the tail. For sure. So I know people, see, this is what I couldn't understand. You know, when Chris McDonough did what he did, because Don got mad, he automatically had, you know, his little crew, his little chaos crew, start attacking Chris McDonough and, you know, pointing out things that Chris McDonough did that, you know, wasn't very, very cool, I have to admit. But that happens so much. That happens so much that, you know, there was just so much chaos. And people who were, they were defending Don and Candace 1,000%. And there was nothing wrong with that, to each their own. I don't think I ever just, I don't know. I might have had conversations where I don't think I ever defended Candace, but I did want people to know that she went through a lot in her life. A lot in her life. Don Wells obviously went through a lot in his life. It's $13 or more a pound. Wow. Isn't it funny that SDA, you know, sometimes it's cheaper to order out and eat than go buy the stuff in a store. For real. I've never defended them. I'm not going to judge them either because I want there, so therefore I don't know shit about nothing. Well, with me, Dazed, I cannot, I've said it 100 million trillion times, I cannot sit and say, and I never have, if they are guilty or innocent about what happened to Summer. I can't. I cannot do that. They have not been charged with anything. They have not been to jail for anything that has been said that they've done to any of their children. Any of their children. Candace is the only one that has been incarcerated over doing something to her children. And that was the oldest two. That was the oldest two. Don, even though, you know, they can say that Don tried to sell his oldest children, Don never went to jail for anything that had to do with his children, right? For sure. Why are you saying that, Lisa? Why are you calling Miss Justice out for that? I'd never even called Miss Justice out for knowing them. I don't ask who knows them or don't know who knows them. I personally, I'm a grown-ass adult. I can make my own judgment on what I see, right? Of course she is, Carrie. Of course. Lisa, obviously, you yourself have talked about what you know about them, right? And it wasn't good, right? And let me tell you something. Miss Justice has been a part of this channel for a long time. And guess what? I never went there with her because it doesn't matter to me. So, what the fuck? Right? Are you needing attention again, Lisa? Are you needing attention again? I don't think Miss Justice is going to be the one saying, yeah, I lived in a shed with my child, right? You're in Canada? That is so funny. All right, I'm not going to call your ass out, Lisa. She made a comment after I said what I said. I commented back. I sure have. No, it was not good. No, she may not know them. Okay. All right, moving on. Don't call out people in my chat, Lisa Marie. For real. I'll reach through here and smack you around a little bit, lady. I will, you know I will. That's all right. We will have Miss Justice here anytime she wants to come. Right? Day says, I'm in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. I hate NASCAR. Girl, I live in Indiana. I do not usually anymore watch the 500. Because, see, we're not allowed to watch it on TV. They only let us listen to it on the radio. For sure. You used to work the races, Carrie? Lisa said, I'm going to change my name. No, Lisa A. We know the difference between Lisa A. and Lisa Marie. See, the thing about it is, there are a lot of people that, you know, kind of wanted to tell their stories about knowing the Wells, knowing Don and Candace back in the day. You know, they've wanted to do that, and they come on and, you know, they want to bash Candace and, you know, say shit or whatever. And a lot of these people, I mean, you come in and you want to tell your story about knowing them and how you know them, and that's all fine and dandy. But how can you demean Candace's character on some things when you yourself have had a lot of the same things happen to you? But then again, don't worry. It's okay. You can be snarky, Miss Justice. She asked for it. She asked for it, ma'am. For real. For real. All right, you guys, I've been on here 3 hours. Anything else that we may need to talk about? Anything? Carrie was probably the trophy girl. Oh, yeah. That's not the same thing as a ring girl, okay? A trophy girl and a ring girl are two different things. For sure. For sure. For sure, for sure. But yes, I've been on here 3 hours. My ass is getting ready to get off. 3 hours. For a 3-hour tour. We have, over here on my channel, we have covered every scenario that we can think of and tried to theorize. I've given my opinion. You guys have, came in and gave your opinions and theorized, and I don't know. That's called hypocritical, I think. Absolutely, Miss Justice. It is called hypocritical. Absolutely. So I don't know. I do not know. As I said, until we can get a little bit of something, and I do hope the new sheriff can maybe see some things that, or, get that phone call like, the Hatfield and McCoys are possibly going to receive. That gives him a little bit more of an idea of what could have happened to Summer. I do hope that happens. The new sheriff talked about how, one of his responsibilities was with, what do they call them? With snitches, basically. And I really hope that, I don't know. I wish the guy the best of luck. I am not, and I encourage people not to call him with speculation. I'm sure he would respect people's opinions or theories. And he's walking into some big shoes to fill as far as the Summer Wells case. And I truly, truly hope that we can find out exactly what happened. And my hope is that one day they can give us an update. And I do hope that update says that, she's been found, she's been taken care of. I truly hope that. But as we've learned over this whole time, with the environment, individuals that were around her, the environment itself at 110, really makes us take pause on what could have happened. So the problem is when you bring your personal business out on YouTube, people are naturally going to critique you on it. Par for the course. Absolutely. Well, I mean, That is just the way it is, Lisa Marie. That is just the way it is. You can't change the past now at all. So, and I will let you guys know, Lisa Marie, I have talked to her many times on this channel. I believe when I talked to her, I did put her name in the description. If you guys want to hear a lot of her story, feel free to go listen to it. You know, I've always said her story is her story. It's not mine to tell. Okay. It is not mine to tell for sure. So, all right, you guys, I adore you. It's been 3 hours. Hashtag justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. As I said, I am not going to bash the Hatfield and McCoy people. But we absolutely, you know, for a lot of us who's been around for a long time, you know, Dawn, answering questions, Candace, what she was speaking about doesn't surprise me in one way, shape, or form. The comments that she made about Ernie Shell, that's a whole nother live in itself, okay? A whole nother freaking live in itself. Many other channels are talking about Ernie and showing the bullshit of Ernie Shell. I encourage you guys, go watch them. It's very interesting. Degenerate Loss, SDA's got some clips. Flies on the Coastlaw's got some clips. You know, there's many people that are showing, you know, Ernie and he's bullshit for real. I'm not going to talk about Ernie, not because I'm scared of him or anybody else. I just get Ernie Shell overload. Overload. And believe me, it doesn't take me too many times of some fucking idiot thinking they're going to come up on my panel and disrespect me with their fucking dumbass shit. So, yeah, for real. I don't need Ernie for my content. You know, I really don't. His opinion don't mean jack squat shit to me, so. So, prayers to everyone who needs them. Thank you for hanging out with me so long. I think the next live, I want to go over a couple of cases that had just come up. The David case, it's D4VD. Please you don't have to research it, but just take a listen on what that case is about, and we will get into that. It's a horrific case. That case is crazy. Nolan Wells, that is a crazy case right now, and I would really love to talk about him. And I hope you guys come and hang out with me and, you know, talk about other things besides the Summer Wells case. Summer will always be, have a special place in my heart. I started my channel because of the Summer Wells case, because I had put so much energy into trying to keep the facts and put the facts out. And hey, I'm a human being. I'm not going to sit over here and say I'm perfect. I'm not going to claim my life as perfect. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. And, you know, that's what being a human is. And sometimes, you know, Are people allowed to make new mistakes? Do you know what I mean by that? Are they allowed to make new mistakes? Or some people just live off of old mistakes, right? Old mistakes. So, absolutely. To each their own. All right, I'm getting my ass off here. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, the Hatfield and McCoy link is in the description. Please feel free to go check them out. And you know, I think unfortunately, right? No, that girl. Uh she used to, I don't know, I don't have a clue if Lisa's got a channel or not. But anywho, what was I gonna say? It's with the Hatfield and McCoy people automatically being, I don't want to say associated with Ernie Shell, but being kind of associated with Ernie Shell, and people trying to explain to them because they said they didn't research the case. So again, kind of like Ernie Shell, these people are going to sit and they're going to let other people give them information and things like that. So, I mean, good luck to them. Good luck. Good luck trying to stay out of the drama, because the fucking drama, you know, will sideline anything that anybody's trying to do for sure. I don't know, Lisa A., if they will be invited up on the hill again. I do think that with them telling Candace that they didn't know who Ernie was, and if somebody shows them that they absolutely knew who Ernie was, that will be a whole nother ball game. I would like to be a fly on the wall with that, you know, because Candace she'll be fucking pissed for sure. But like I said, Don and Candace ain't stupid. They've been around. They've been around with all the YouTubers. And, you know, with them stating right away that they were YouTubers, you know, Don and Candace isn't stupid. They are not stupid by no means. And so, you know, they used that to put out their, I don't want to say propaganda, but, you know, conspiracy theories with Dawn, or whatever you want to fucking call it, right? Whatever you want to call it. So, good luck to them. Good luck to them, for sure. So, be you, do you. It's rainy here today. My back's kind of hurting. I'm going to chill out and probably fix me something in the air fryer to munch on or whatever. For real. Ooh, you know what I had last night? So, rallies. It's called Rallies. I don't know why I called it Rallies. We have a Rallies here, and they've got like these funnel cake fries. They're like funnel cake. They're shaped like French fries. Oh my gosh. I had never had them before. They were so good. Really freaking good. I even thought about putting a little extra powdered sugar on them. Lord have mercy. I think I could eat those things every day. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie, you're always here, girl. If you don't show up, I'll be worried. I'll be like, where's Carrie? Thank you, Carrie, for being so supportive, for real. Thank you, Days, for all your jewels. That is so sweet of you. You are so kind. Thank you for that, girl. For sure. I adore you. Okay, thank you guys. I'm gonna get off here. Be you, do you. Give feisty if you need to. Have your own opinions, you guys. Try to have some common sense. And if you're questioning something, please search it yourself. You can get a lot from your YouTube search bar and a lot from your Google search bar. And I am the Google queen. I am the queen of the no-see-em, and I'm the Google queen. So, you know, we'll Google something over here, not a problem. For real. All right, thank you guys. I am going to go chill, hang out, and I do appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for being so supportive. I really do appreciate it. All right, peace out, guys.